Right, it's been a while since you've seen one of my rooms, isn't it? So here it is. A bit excessive. Room for 4 people in here. But I think that's pretty much what all the rooms are like. Nice little shower block there. Ensuite, all very clean. Hot water. Soft towels. No complaints whatsoever about this place. And when I take you outside, you'll see that it's a pretty quaint little establishment, actually. Good morning. There we go. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's running about 20-25 euros a night because it is closed season, right? This is literally the last week pretty much that any tourists will be arriving at this resort. Obviously you'll have your independent travellers coming throughout the year, but for the most part this is it. It's getting really cold at nights as well, which is surprising me because well, I'm in Turkey. I didn't know it got cold here, but it does. It gets bloody freezing at night. Little massage parlour there. You know me. I haven't had a go. I don't know if there's anyone even there. But yeah, as you can see, it's a nice little gaff. Leda Beach Club. Totally recommend it. The guys that run it, you just saw the cleaning lady, and all you know, the manager and all that, of night staff, all really nice people. Seems like the Turkish are really nice and friendly, which everybody has always told me. It's that Muslim thing again. They're nice people, I'm telling you. Really nice people. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. They've got a free breakfast on. It'll be a little buffet situation. I'll show you through here first because this is quite nice. It's the shop. There's the bar. Morning.
Morning.
And there's the beach. Honestly, I've never heard of this place, but I think it looks like as good a beach resort as any. You can see how developed it is over there. You see those beautiful mountains in the background as well. Should have a little sneaky peek inside some other rooms. They're open. Oh, you still get free in there though. Same deal there, that'll take free. That's alright, isn't it? If you're a couple with one kiddie, that'll do you. Or indeed 3 adults could fit in the room. So then you'd all be splitting the cost, I suppose, and you'd be laughing. Right, so I've probably got one of the more expensive rooms there. I turned up in the middle of the night and thus checked in a sort of day early. It's not up there either, is it? Yeah, I checked in like a night early because I've got here. That's a little fucking traveller's tip for you there. All this low cost airlines and all that. Who did I fly over here with? I'm flying out with EasyJet, right? Flying back to England with EasyJet. Direct from Antalya to Gatwick, which is handy. But not that fucking handy because the flight gets back into Gatwick at 1:35 AM. Which ain't so bad for me because I'm staying right by King's Cross Station, right? So, you know, and there's there's trains all through the night between Gatwick, King's Cross and Luton, you know. They stop about once an hour all along the Thames Link. So I should be alright with that. But coming here, I came from Madrid, and it weren't EasyJet. Who was it? Someone cheap. Pegasus. I think they're Turkish. Pegasus. And you know, I didn't get in till like 3 in the morning because you had a lot of these cheaper flights. They go to the smaller airports. They're later at night. You get there. Now a taxi from Side, from the airport Antalya to here, Side, it is more or less an hour's drive. A taxi can run you like €70. That's their asking price, right? Assumedly you can get them down to 50, maybe 40 on a good day. I managed to get a transfer on a bus, so I joined a minibus for €20. There is a public bus which probably is going to cost, you know, €2 or €3. Like, they don't use euros in Turkey, by the way. It's lira, but in a tourist hotspot like this, you can pay in euros, pounds, dollars. You know what I mean? Maybe not on the public bus. Maybe you need a few lira in your pocket for that. But yeah, put it that way. If you do come in the middle of the night, which I did, and then you're adding another €20 onto your fare, basically, aren't you? Or adding another €70 onto your fare. Again, if it's 4 of you sharing, maybe it's not too bad. But you know, it makes what was once cheap. I mean, for one thing, you go through these low-cost airlines and you fucking you get your price, and then at the end it says, "Oh, you want baggage?" Oh, what do you mean? Of course I want baggage. Do you know what I mean? That's another fee on top. You know, €20 on average, or more, depending on how much luggage you got. So it does add up, and they are sneaky bastards. And you know, you're in there in the middle of the night. I got in here, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, and sometimes maybe you're better off to get a bit of a more expensive flight to come into town at a reasonable time. You know, that really is worth thinking about. You're not actually going to really save money, and you're not going to save yourself, because it fucks you up, man. My body clock was off, you know, after that, because I was still on Madrid time, really. I mean, Madrid's only an hour difference from London, so I'm still on London time for all intents and purposes. And then I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning here, it felt like, you know, midnight to me. And I often don't go to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning. So like last night weren't too bad, because I went out for a drink. But the night before that, I was lying there, heard the morning prayer before I fell asleep. Do you know what I mean? So it's just sometimes, you know, you're much better off to arrive somewhere in the daytime, you know, for so many reasons. So the cheap flights is not always the best idea. It can be a false economy in many respects. But yeah, anyway, to cut a long story short, I turned up in the middle of the night, so my booking actually, I couldn't check in here until midday, and he let me come in early for, you know, a reduced fee for the night, which was nice of him, because a lot of places, you know, it wasn't that much reduced, but it was a little bit, and at least it was a gesture which I appreciated. And he got an extra night's cash out of it, and I got a fucking night's sleep out of it, for what it's worth. So yeah, I've done quite well here. I'm quite happy. But they do provide a free breakfast, and I ain't got a fucking clue where it is. So if I can find it, I'll see you there. This reception there, and there's more rooms up here. That's my one down there. Yeah, see my room there, and up here there's a whole another level. Loads of rooms. I've never been up here before. See, I don't normally wake up early enough for breakfast, but as I say, as my sleep pattern is fucked up, here I am. And here's a swimming pool. Whoa! First time I've seen this. After 3 days. Ain't bad, is it? Okay, so they got a full-on restaurant. This is a surprise. This is very surprising. Full-on restaurant, and if I'm lucky, a buffet breakfast inside. There we go. Have a look at that. Good stuff. Good morning. Good morning. Alright, it's nothing I love more than a buffet breakfast, especially in a location like this. It's right opposite the old Roman High Street there. And an interesting little selection. Obviously got a couple of eggs, a bit of luncheon meat or whatever. 3 types of cheese is this one. It's processed, obviously. This is a more traditional Mediterranean style. 4 types of cheese actually. That looks like a real bit of crumbled feta there. These are more your processed versions. Not entirely sure. Olives and dates, you know. That is Turkish style. That looks pretty good. That's round 1 anyway. Tell you what, that cheese is lovely. That tastes like it's been infused with lemon or something, and consequently the combination of that and a little date or raisin, whatever it is, sultana, maybe they're sultanas I think, isn't they? Anyway, bit of that, followed up with an olive. That's exciting. That excites me. Right, that is a decent breakfast at a good hotel with very reasonable rates and very friendly staff in a beautiful location. I will wholeheartedly recommend the Leda Beach Hotel and Cedar in general. Depends what kind of holiday you're looking for, but for most purposes I think it is going to satisfy.